Hello again, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about society. So, there's a lot of issues that sort of plague our modern way of life today, and I think a lot of them are because of and I think that a lot of them have a lot to do with maybe the way um, consequences of perhaps like I don't know, sort of like unregulated tech stuff that's been going on for several decades now. And what I mean by that is that so consider just like the basic concept of social media or the social internet, I guess, um, where anybody can make a post and then anybody can like you know heart that post. And so there kind of becomes this economy about making posts that are interesting or whatever so that people want to heart them and make the posts that people want to heart the most. Um, and we get into this. What we sort of end up getting to is the we end up inventing the attention economy this way, and that's like a really scary. I mean, yeah, there's some really freaky implications of that. Um, I think it's kind of like in particular, what I think is like really worrisome is that to say things that is correct. I mean, the world is a complicated place. It has always been a complicated place, and um, sort of to say things as quickly as possible to make your to incentivize making points really snappy leads people to oversimplify things and just removes a lot of nuance from situations where I don't know, like historically we haven't really had the ability to have like 60-second like reels explaining a situation to you. Usually in order to understand the news, like you need either to have like to study it for a really long time or to like I guess like read a book about it or something. Maybe there's issues with like the printing press causing similar issues where well anybody could read anything or whatever and you could make like slanted media. um, that was probably a bad thing. A lot of evil stuff got published about people back around the invention of the printing press. um, and I think that stuff is pretty bad. But yeah, basically, like when we talk about we've created like a economy for media that makes us all feel afraid, and I think that that's really bad. And then like I don't know, like on an interpersonal level, like it becomes very easy to kind of like instead of sort of dealing with your problems with people, you can kind of just like make a post about how they're evil and then like cancel them for life or some shit. Um, I mean, I don't know if the kids are really doing that, but I don't know. I read a thing about how 80% 1 in 5 like high school students like knows somebody who's used AI for like romantic companionship. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'm being part of the problem by just like regurgitating a new statistic at you all, but I think that has a lot. I think that these are like the same. These are like the same problem. One of these. One of the social media begets kind of. Um, I think that social media is also used for getting kind of grim. We get a little bit too much information about each other sometimes, and we have an unprecedented ability to like I don't know, like nasty intimate details of people or spread nasty intimate details of people. And uh, so I guess it doesn't really surprise me entirely that, you know, that kids have been alienated to degrees that are this extreme. I don't know. I think about myself and like I grew up kind of being, I guess not lonely on the internet, but just spending a ton of time on the internet and like messaging people or whatever, having or like friendships with people that were basically or at times like exclusively text based. So it's definitely like not alien to me to think about, I don't know, like if I had been sold a bunch of propaganda about how a computer program was like real life or whatever, like I definitely think I could be in a place to, consider like an AI my friend or something. Um, but I don't know. Basically, I really don't know the way out for society with problems like this, but definitely I think that the answer is probably going to be a lot more like, I think that there should be regulations on the amount of time that people can spend on the internet, probably, or like at least on at least on certain kinds of like these sort of social media feed apps. Websites that have infinite scrolling, I think, are probably a really bad thing for like your brain or whatever. And I know that that comes off as like really, probably that comes off as like patronizing to younger people or something. Um, but I don't know, like the breadth of experience that people can have, where some people can sort of spend all day on scrolling on, on apps. I think that really can't last. That kind of thing definitely can't last. Um, and these programs also, kind of everybody that I know knows somebody who's way too online and who kind of like regurgitates the news and is just seemingly really, really agitated all the time. Um, and like the internet is like like these apps are like lying to you. The incentives of social media have caused these like hallucinations in sort of, people are understanding the way that the world is incorrectly because they're more afraid. It's like they're more afraid of reality and of other people. Um, the kids, the grown-ups, the in-betweens, everybody is like kind of has this heightened level of fear about other people and about society. Um, and I think that can't last. That really shouldn't last. I think that definitely the answer, like, it's just really obvious to me that whenever I go out and I'm just around people and I like talk to people and I run into somebody at the store and I whatever, all of these things make me feel like way better about the world and about like my place in it. And I think that um yeah, any if if there's like a phenomenon in the world that makes you incentivized to like stay home and like do that thing instead of like going out and having experiences and like feeling more present in your society, I think that that's bad, and I think we should I don't know, we should really like make it sort of our goal as a society to keep people going outside and hanging out with people and making, like making public places that we can really be around each other and experience that kind of joy. Because I think that there's nothing like it, and no technological advancement could possibly, um, ever approach a nice walk in the park where you smile and wave at all the nice people who are around you. So thank you for listening to me ramble again. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.